to Larry as well.
Okay, so good afternoon. This is the group video recording for the course module Organizational Theory. And within this group, it is Martha Lucas, student number 2211444110, Mr. Jaffet Ipumbu, student number 216097711, Ms. Dionay Isaacs, myself, student number 2191374447. So we will be speaking about three perspectives: modernist, postmodernist, and symbolic perspective with regards to technology. So I will be touching on the modernist perspective, and we all know that the modernist perspective has to do with getting right to the bottom of things. It's very rule orientated. It is about getting things done. And the same applies to the technology approach. We all know that technology shapes and is shaped by social interactions through routines and improvisation. And we also know that technology is a form of remote control, discipline, and power. And technology can also be used to liberate us in organizations. And this is exactly what I would like to touch on. The modernist perspectives or the modernist definition of technology focuses on three technologies. It looks at core technology, service technology, and high technology. So core technology is something like a mobile phone, computers, laptops, cloud computers, the Internet of Things, virtualization, and cognitive computing. Service technology, for example, is online banking services, self-ordering of foods, ticketing, ATMs, and the self-service desks at airports, just to name a few. So what I would like to point out here is that before COVID, we basically made use of more the core technologies. Then during COVID, we were forced to move into other areas of technology because of the distance that we had to maintain. So in a nutshell, we basically made use of more service technologies. I mean, there was a rise in online banking services. People had to make use of that to avoid queues, ticketing kiosks. We saw how people started to shop online, how they used to, what is the word? Yeah, shop online. They ordered their medicine online. So we were forced into technologies like that. For instance, we were used to education always taking part face to face. All of a sudden, education moved, and then distance learning became more the mode of instruction. We moved, classes were offered via Zoom, via MS Teams, like we are also having here today. So there was a rise, there was a shift from core technologies to service technologies, and that is what towards the modernist approach. I will now move over to Martha. Martha will briefly speak of the postmodern approach, and then from there we will move over to Jafet, and after that we will just conclude and wrap up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dionne. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Martha Lucas, and I will read over from Dionne. I'm going to focus on postmodernism, which is an approach that attempts to define how society has progressed to an era beyond modernity. Okay, when COVID-19 struck, the government has issued orders. People were ordered to not have large gatherings in order to avoid direct contact of being reached by COVID. So governments, business organization and schools had to find ways on how to continue operating. That was now during COVID. We're also asked to speak on technology, how technology have affected this. So I'm now going to talk about how technology has made our life easier. During COVID-19, before COVID-19, people were working from home people were working from offices or wherever their workplaces were. And then during COVID-19, people used to work from home in their own comfort zone, all thanks to technology. And then after COVID-19, mostly people continue to work from home as usual because that makes technology makes it more efficiency and effective. However, others go back to their normal routines whereby they used to go and work to their work places where they used to go to work. And then also, I would like to focus on distance learning as well. Technology has also enhanced distance learning. Before COVID-19, there were not a lot of educational institutions. People were having lessons were having personal interactions like face-to-face learning. And then during COVID-19, since people were not allowed to have personal interactions and large gatherings, people were interacting via online, and that has also increased distance learning. And then I'm also going to focus on online entertainment. Before COVID-19, people used to enjoy their live shows. Like they used to meet up in large groups just to enjoy their entertainment. And then during COVID-19, since also there was no large gatherings that was allowed, so people used to entertain themselves online. That include now via maybe TikTok videos, going on YouTube's, and yeah, just to have fun in their remote areas. And then after COVID-19, people continue to enjoy their online entertainments, such as maybe, let me say, for instance, Instagram, making videos, WhatsApp, as long as, as well as TikToks. And then I would also like to touch on telehealth. Before COVID-19, people used to go to the hospital and meet up with their doctors or nurses. And then during COVID-19, patients used to make phone calls with their doctors, maybe, yeah, with their doctors and also nurses, just to ask for description, and also on the doctors to guide them on how to go about in order to reduce the direct contact as well. And then after COVID-19, most of the people continue the telehealth, and then others also continued going back to see their doctors in person. And that was my contribution. I'm handing it over to Mr. Jaffet.
Thank you very much, Ms. Martha. I'm going to focus on the symbolic in relation to the before COVID, during COVID, and post-COVID. Like symbolic perceive define reality through what have been experienced by having emotions and feelings. This is in case like in Namibia, before COVID, in Namibian usually don't wear masks. People tended to look at individuals who wear masks as sick or criminals trying to hide their identity. But after COVID or during COVID, it became a norm, and wearing of mask was seen as normal. It wasn't perceived as someone with an illness or someone trying to hide his or her identity. I'm going to focus again on technology before, during, and after COVID. How COVID have impacted technology. During COVID-19, as we all know, learning was done face to face, and after COVID and during COVID, we moved to online, and post COVID, we have adopted the same way of online learning and teaching. I'm also going to focus uh, on 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 online shopping. During before COVID, people usually used to go shopping, uh, go shopping straight to the stores. But during and after COVID, people usually order online, and their deliveries are delivered personally at their places. I'm also going to focus on how technology has improved distance learning among students and their teaching. Due to the increased number of patients infected with coronavirus, people learning have moved to websites such as Google and Zoom to for effective learning and to minimize their the spread of the virus. I'm also going to focus on how events, big events such as big gatherings such as funerals, where usually funeral were live streamed, usually using platform of Facebook or Google, and these have helped increase the sales of internet devices such as Wi-Fi pockets, and increase revenue for telecommunication companies such as telecom, due to the fact that most events such as weddings and the funerals were live streamed uh, uh, during COVID. Thank you very much. I now pass on the baton to Ms. Isaac for a round of for conclusion.
Yes, thank you so much, Martha and Japheth. It took us a while to get this together, but we finally got it together. From all the inputs from Martha's side, from Japheth's side, and my side, it is evident that we agree that technology is a good thing. It so many things happened from it. I mean, we like Japheth just mentioned the online education. Martha mentioned also the education. She also touched on health, how our technology has increased health. Japheth also now spoke about the shopping stuff and all those things. So basically, the conclusion is that technology is a good thing. If it enhances certain skills, if people can benefit from certain things, then it is a good thing. It's a good thing. However, we should be cognizant of the fact that certain technologies can hamper us and put us into an awkward social, because see, as human beings, we are social beings, right? And if we can't go shopping and we must just shop online, it hampers us, it affects us socially because we are social beings. With regards to the health, it is a good thing. We minimize the virus. So that is a good thing. But I mean, humans need interaction. So I think to conclude, we would recommend that the technologies, whether postmodern, symbolic, or the modernist approach, it is a good thing. However, it needs to be a blended approach. We can't just say the one is good and the other one is not good. So, like I've mentioned when I said something, I mentioned that technology shapes, and it is shaped by social interactions through routine